Welcome to my study today. How many, how much? How do we answer those questions? Well, it depends whether we're writing or whether we're speaking our answers. I'll give you some good phrases to use in your written work, which will help you gain more exam marks. And at the end of the video, I'll give you some synonyms. The question, how many, is usually used with plural nouns. So I could say, how many students are there? And the answer would be, there are 4 students. So the response is with a number. We can also say, how many, and get a negative response. There are no students here. Another way of saying that would be, there aren't any students here. How many? There aren't many people. So we're using that in a negative way to say that the number of people is small. It doesn't tell us exactly, it just says there aren't many. When I use how much, I'm usually referring to uncountable nouns. So I could say, how much money have you got? Not very much, only $1. So again, not very much is not a defined amount, but we know it's a small quantity. How much money have you got? A lot, $500. That's a slightly larger quantity. How much money have you got? Plenty, $5,000. And that's a kind of an unlimited amount. The word plenty is unlimited. But when we write about these amounts, we use slightly different phrases, like this. If I gave as a spoken answer, Mr. Singh has spent a lot of time in China, I would change that slightly when I wrote it to read, Mr. Singh has spent a great deal of time in China. It's a slightly more formal way of writing it. If you do that in your exam, you will certainly get more marks from the examiner. Here's another example. Plenty. I have plenty of money. I would say that, but I would probably write, the auditors found a large number of mistakes in the accounts. Mistakes is a countable noun, so I can say a large number of. Similarly, I can say a large amount of money instead of plenty of money. And we can use that for things which are both countable and uncountable. Many is a useful word to introduce a sentence in your writing. Again, it doesn't tell us exactly how many in a number, it just refers to a large amount. Many scientists are worried about global warming. And we can add to those very, to, so and as. For example, you bought too many potatoes. In other words, more than I wanted. John's dad talks about so many things. Usually with a so, if we speak, we would emphasize that. John's dad talks about so many things. We need as many ideas as we can get. We need as many ideas as we can get. Now here are some exercises to practice those. In exercise 1, you can practice substituting the phrases. Number 3 has 2 answers. And in exercise 2, you add the augmentation words very, so, to, and as. The answers follow. Here are the answers. You can pause the video to check through. Number 3 in exercise 1 has 2 answers. And now let's have a look at the synonyms to help you expand your vocabulary. The word today is to argue. We can substitute it with to debate, discuss, quibble, contend, dispute, haggle, and cross swords with. Oh goodness, is that the time? It's gone very quickly again. Well, I'm sorry, I really must go because I'm going out on a punt on the river this afternoon. We're going to have some champagne and a cake because it's my friend's birthday. Next time, we'll have a look at those useful little words, this, that, these and those, and I'll show you some ways perhaps you hadn't thought of using them. So I really must say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please like below and I'll see you next time. Bye.